All right, so now that we're in the car and we're up to operating temperature, we are going to go for a little cruise and discuss the Roush Xpipe and Axleback setup that is currently on my 2016 Mustang GT with performance pack. And I do live on a hill, so of course starting off it's going to be a little loud. It's noon. I don't have to worry about waking up the neighbors at this point, so it's not like it has headers on it, so it's not insanely loud, but it's definitely loud enough to get attention, and it definitely turns some heads as well. Hopefully there isn't as much wind noise today, but overall it's not bad. Right now I'm cruising at about 50 miles an hour, 2,200 RPMs in fifth. And there's a little bit of drone, I'm not gonna lie. Typically I find drone anywhere between 2,000 and 2,200 RPMs for like the, depending on which gear you're in, it would change the speed obviously, but for fifth gear it's between like 45 and 50, and sixth gear is 65 to 70-ish. For me is when I hear the most drone. So I tried to avoid those areas for the most part. But if you're curious and you're looking to, get some further details compared to just, here's a sound clip, it sounds awesome, and you want to actually, you want some insight regarding where the drone is, or if there's actual drone, yes, absolutely. There is drone, but only in that small section of RPM. So if you don't sit in the middle of, 45 to 50 mile an hour range. In New York State, that is like an average speed limit is 45. So for me, that's it's either I put it into sixth or I don't drive the speed limit. So the benefits, obviously, the sound, one, it wakes the car up a lot. It's definitely much louder. I personally like the tone. Some people like the H-pipe, setup where it's a little bit deeper, less rasp. But myself, I like this setup here, and I like the price point. I paid like $700 for everything, compared to like Corsa or Borla, which, Corsa or Borla, you're spending, $1,500, $1,600 for a Corsa catback, and for Borla was it like $1,300, I want to say, last time I checked. So for half the price, you get a great sound, great tone, and the install is still very easy. Is there cutting? Yes, but it's very straightforward, and you don't need some crazy mechanical skills to do it. So for the price of $700, you can't beat the sound, the tone, just the change in the car that you get, and that's kind of why I went that route. I first purchased the Axlebacks because I didn't have the money to, I just bought a $30,000 car. I didn't really have the cash right up front to purchase, drop another $1,600 in exhaust. So I dropped $500 on Axlebacks, and I ran the Axlebacks for a little over a year, and they were great. Don't get me wrong. If you want an exhaust that has some great sound when you get on it, but is still really quiet when you need to be, cops or any, in the city, anything along those lines where you're trying to stay, under the radar is a good way to put it. Then that's a great setup. It works perfect. You don't have to worry. You can literally let off the gas and you're quiet as a mouse almost immediately. So that's the route I'd go if you have to stay quiet. But if you're looking to make some